Welcome to Rethink Your Perspectives blog, your trusted space for unlocking potential, empowering mindsets, building productive habits, and boosting motivation. Today we're discovering what habit stacking is, why it works so well for busy people, and how to build consistent habits without overhauling your entire routine. Don't forget to join the mailing list on the website for weekly updates and powerful tools to support your growth. www.rethinkyourperspective.com. And we hope that you get some benefit from these blog posts, and we would love to hear your thoughts. Don't hesitate to like, share, and comment at the links at the bottom. When there's no time for new habits. One of the most common reasons people struggle to build habits is simple. Life is busy. Work deadlines, family responsibilities, endless notifications, and daily logistics leave very little mental space for new routines. Even small habits can feel like one more thing to manage. This is where habit stacking becomes powerful. Habit stacking is a simple way to build new habits without overhauling your routine. Instead of creating entirely new time slots or systems, you attach a new habit to something you already do. For busy people, this reduces friction and increases consistency without adding overwhelm. So what is habit stacking? Well, it's exactly what it sounds like, placing a new habit directly on top of an existing one. Rather than relying on motivation or memory, use a current routine as the trigger for a new behaviour. The structure is simple. After I do existing habit, I will do the new habit. For example, after I make my morning tea, I will review my top priority. After I brush my teeth, I will stretch for 1 minute. After I open my laptop, I will work on my most important task for 5 minutes. The existing habit acts as the cue. The new behaviour becomes easier to remember and repeat. Over time, the two habits become linked, and the new one begins to feel natural. Why habit stacking works so well. Habit stacking works because it uses how the brain already operates. So number one, it removes the need to remember. One of the biggest barriers to building habits is forgetting. When a habit is attached to an existing routine, you don't have to rely on memory. The original behaviour triggers the new one automatically. This reduces mental load and makes consistency easier. Second, it reduces decision fatigue. Decision fatigue occurs when your brain gets tired from making too many choices. If you have to decide when to start, whether you feel like it, how long to do it, you're more likely to avoid it. Habit stacking eliminates these micro decisions. The cue is already built into your day. And third, it fits into real life. Busy people don't need more time slots. They need better integration. Habit stacking doesn't require you to wake up earlier or redesign your schedule. It works with what already exists. That's why habit stacking is particularly effective for parents, professionals, business owners, or anyone juggling multiple roles. It adds structure without adding stress. Real-life habit stacking examples. Habit stacking doesn't need to be complicated. In fact, the simpler it is, the better. Here are some practical examples that support productivity without overhauling routines. So first up, your morning focus stack. Your existing habit is making your first drink of the day. The new habit is to write down your top one priority for the day. This takes less than 2 minutes but prevents reactive, scattered work. Another example is a work day start stack. Your existing habit is opening your laptop. The new habit that you can do after you open your laptop is to spend 5 focus minutes on your most important task before checking your emails. This protects your focus before distractions creep in. A health micro stack. Your existing habit is obviously brushing your teeth. Your new habit could be to do 10 bodyweight squats or 1 minute of stretching after you've brushed your teeth. Small physical movement becomes automatic over time. And an evening reset stack. Your existing habit is to switch off your computer. The new habit could be then to write tomorrow's first task. This reduces mental clutter and improves morning clarity. So how to apply habit stacking without overhauling your entire routine? The key to habit stacking is subtlety. You're not trying to redesign your life. You're simply layering small improvements into it. Here's how to do that well. Step 1. Identify strong existing habits. Look for routines that already happen consistently. These might include making coffee, commuting, opening your laptop, eating lunch, brushing your teeth, locking the front door. The more automatic the existing habit, the stronger the cue. Step 2. Choose one small addition. Avoid stacking multiple new behaviours at once. Start with one. It could be 2 minutes of planning, 5 minutes of focus work, 1 short stretch, or a quick gratitude note. The smaller the addition, the more likely it is to stick. Step 3. Keep it specific. Vague habits fail. Instead of, I'll do some planning, say, after I make my tea, I'll write down my top task. Clarity reduces friction. And step 4, let it stabilize before adding more. Once the stacked habit feels natural, you can layer another. But stacking too many new behaviours too quickly creates overwhelm, the very thing you're trying to avoid. Consistency first, expansion later. When habit stacking doesn't work. Habit stacking is powerful, but it's not magic. It may struggle if the existing habit isn't consistent, the new habit is too large, or the stack relies on motivation rather than simplicity. If a stack isn't working, adjust the size of the new habit rather than abandoning the concept. For example, 5 minutes might become 2. 2 minutes might become 1. Small success builds momentum. Habit stacking and productivity. Habit stacking supports productivity because it integrates improvement into routines that already exist. Instead of asking, how do I find more time? It asks, how do I use the structure I already have? Over time, stacked habits reduce decision fatigue, create automatic focus cues, and build consistency without pressure. Productivity improves not because you try harder, but because your routines quietly carry you forward. So keep it light, not heavy. The purpose of habit stacking is to reduce friction, not create it. If stacking starts to feel like a long checklist, you need to simplify. Habit stacking works best when the addition is small, the cue is clear, and the pressure is low. For busy lives, subtle improvements are far more sustainable than dramatic changes. So what do you think? Habit stacking is one of the most simplest ways to build better habits without overhauling your entire routine. By attaching small behaviours to existing habits, you reduce reliance on memory and motivation. Over time, these layers compound into meaningful change. You don't need more hours in the day, you need habits that fit into the hours you already have. So a gentle question for you to reflect on. Which existing habit could you use today as a foundation for one small supportive change? Small layers, repeated daily. That's how progress becomes natural. If this has inspired you to rethink your own habits, explore my other posts in the Knowledge Centre, or to learn more about how I can help you apply these principles in your own life, you can message me here, connect on social media, or book a free discovery call. To your continued success, Jaiye. Rethink your perspective.